They were whispers. Whispers that turned into accusations, rumors that became headlines. And now Britain's once heroic comedian is facing criminal charges so serious they could change everything. Russell Brand, a name once synonymous with brash humor, wild antics, and even social media activism. But today, he's not trending for a podcast or a conspiracy video. He's trending for being formally charged with rape, oral rape, indecent assault, and sexual assault over allegations involving 4 women from incidents spanning 1999 to 2005. It all started brewing in September 2023, when a bombshell investigation by the Sunday Times, The Times, and Channel 4's dispatches brought forward multiple claims. Emotional abuse, grooming, exposure, unwanted advances, some from a teenage Alice, just 16 at the time, and others from women working behind the scenes in TV and radio. Brand initially responded with outrage, calling the claims misrepresentation, describing his earlier life as promiscuous, a fool, a sex addict, but insisting every encounter he had was consensual. "What I never was a rapist," he said in a video posted to X. Despite the denials, prosecutors launched a full investigation. By April 4th, 2025, Brand was formally charged with 5 counts, 1 count each of rape, indecent assault, oral rape, and 2 counts of sexual assault based on incidents in Bournemouth and Westminster between 1999 and 2005. He was accused of dragging a woman into a men's restroom in 2001, raping another at a Labour Party event in 1999, orally raping a TV worker and sexually assaulting her in 2004, and yet another assault between 2004-2005 at Channel 4-related production. On May 2nd, 2025, Brand appeared at Westminster Magistrates Court. He was granted conditional bail with strict instructions to report travel plans. He did not enter a plea at that hearing. Later that month, May 30, he formally pleaded not guilty to all charges during a brief appearance at Southwark Crown Court. A trial is now scheduled to begin on June 3rd, 2026 at the Old Bailey. In the meantime, the fallout has been swift. Brand has been dropped by his agent, demonetized on YouTube, and lost several brand and charity affiliations, including his own mental health foundation. His management and spokesperson roles dissolved practically overnight. Now let's pause and really think about what this means, not just for Brand, but for everyone watching. This isn't some PR controversy or canceled comedic bit. This is a criminal case. Real charges, traumatic allegations, and 4 women saying they were violated, abused, or coerced. Brand has millions of followers. He's become a vocal commentator online. But now, his entire narrative of redemption and change is overshadowed by one simple truth. These charges are real, and the evidence comes from both victims and a large-scale journalistic investigation. Meanwhile, supporters like Tucker Carlson have branded this a politically motivated smear, even suggesting Brand should seek asylum in the US. Others claim the legal actions are incentivized by cancel culture and bias. But victims, advocates, and police emphasize how serious and substantiated the allegations are. So yeah, it's a lot. It's dark, heavy, and, unnerving. Because one moment you're watching him on stage joking about sex and politics and addiction recovery, and the next, you're watching court footage, accusations, stories of grooming, emotional manipulation. His career trajectory, from MTV host, breakout comedian in early 2000s, Hollywood films like Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Get Him to the Greek, to conspiracy influencer online, suddenly feels like a different life entirely. One overshadowed by alleged crimes from 2 decades ago. What's worse, Brand's past controversies, urinating in bottles on air, offensive pranks, sexual jokes, were dismissed or laughed off. But women speaking up now say there was a pattern that should have raised red flags earlier. One Reddit user said execs even considered pulling female staff from his shows over safety concerns back in the day. So, what's the bigger story here? It's not just about Russell Brand as a persona. It's about how celebrity, fame, forgiveness, and celebrity redemption cycles can mask darker truths. It's about power imbalances, delayed justice, and victims finding voices decades later. Brand's strong denial, saying his past life was shaped by addiction and mistakes, but that he never raped, contrasts sharply with accusers' stories and legal documents. Could the truth lie somewhere in between? Or could Brand truly have been one of the few public figures whose past truly had consequences catching up later, the wheels of justice moving slowly but surely? Okay, I'm kind of messing up the flow, sorry. You know, sometimes when talking about something so complicated and emotional, you just stumble? That's how this feels. Because it's not cut and dry, there are no punchlines, only serious allegations, multiple survivors, legal systems, and a public figure whose narrative is unraveling. What's at stake now is more than Brand's career. It's accountability and precedent. If people with influence can be held responsible, even for old crimes, that sends a message. His trial in 2026 will be long, complicated, and divisive. Witnesses, evidence, media coverage, verdict that could make or break the rest of his public life. Until then, Brand remains on bail, likely to face more civil suits. One filed last year in New York under the Adult Survivors Act, related to an alleged incident during Arthur filming in 2010. And as this plays out, fans and critics will pick sides. Some will claim cancel culture run amok. Others will say this is overdue justice. It's raw, it's painful, and it's unfolding in real time. So, here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Brand's accusations are part of a pattern that was ignored for too long? Or is this a case of a public figure being targeted unfairly? And how much should past allegations, decades old, impact someone's career today? If convicted, does Brand get erased from history, or do we separate art from behavior? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm reading everyone thoughtfully. We'll keep driving updates, court dates, civil cases, survivors coming forward, his legal team's defense. Because this isn't just celebrity news, this is criminal news. Serious, real, and globally relevant. Until next time, stay informed. This is Celebs Insider.